the post and in. Shot, and it goes off the post and in. Well, hello everybody, and welcome here into Crestwood Middle School here in East Kentwood, Michigan for tonight's Midwest Premier League matchup. Live right here now on the Michigan Soccer Network. Alongside my broadcast partner, Steve Besk, my name's Jonathan Turner. Going to bring you all the action here on this Saturday evening. 5 o'clock kickoff coming up here shortly. A lot to talk about, but hey, get ready, live soccer coming up right now here on the Michigan Soccer Network. So Zambelli, shot saved, and goes in! Zambelli with the first goal of the evening, coming here in the Steinwasser. Good little move from him. Steinwasser pokes it in for goal number 4. Good move by Wen. Across the 6, wide open net for Koscheck, and he with a shot. Oh my gosh, far post, it goes in. Right back in, out the goalkeeper, and it's going to find the goal. Just inside the 18, left-footed cross to Steinwasser, saved by Slau. Good move, shot, it goes in, back of the net. This one back in the mixer. Espinosa gets the head on it, will that go in, and it does! Oh, look at this. That should be a good That's wow. Welcome back here into Crestwood Middle School for tonight's MWPL Midwest Premier League matchup between BIH Grand Rapids and Inter Detroit. Live right here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Inter Detroit sits atop the table with 4 wins, 1 loss, looking to continue their winning ways tonight against BIH Grand Rapids, who is currently sitting in 10th place with a 1-0-2 record. BIH only has 3 games under the belt, Steve, and thus far playing against a strong Inter Detroit. What do they have to do tonight, Steve, to get the job done?
Well, I think first and foremost, BIH is going to have to be defensively sound and solid in the back, composed, organized in the back to limit Inter Detroit. Inter Detroit does lead the league right now. They're atop the table. They've scored 10 goals, but they've conceded 7. So it's going to be opportunities for BIH tonight to have opportunities in on goal, to force Inter Detroit to have to get in behind the ball and defend. So I expect an open game from both ends here, and should be an exciting one here, John.
I agree with that. As we bring you now here into the broadcast booth. BIH, we had a chance to see her last week. They have some great players. Velasquez, a very, very strong player, had a great goal. The hit off the post is actually in a lot of our highlights here from the past week. But they're a good matchup here in Inter Detroit. Ryan Rowe has his team ready. They're 4-0-1 atop the table. They're going to be a tough challenge here tonight for BIH.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we've seen from the Inter Detroit side, from their UPSL team into the MWPL team, is there's a lot of talent. Top to bottom, and that goes for the reserves as well. So the players that he brings off the bench are still impact players. So there's a lot of dangerous players out there for Inter Detroit tonight. So BIH will have to be aware of those. But like I said, Inter Detroit has also conceded 7 goals to the 10 that they have scored. So there's going to be opportunities throughout this game for BIH to take advantage, and it'll be up to them to see if they can create those chances. Hopefully, maybe for their sake, if they can get the first goal, try to take an advantage and take a lead. Would be huge for them moving forward. But I expect an up-and-down game. Beautiful night here for some soccer, John, and should be a good one tonight.
I completely agree with you. It's been a busy day here for us at the Michigan Soccer Network. We started our morning off at the Michigan High School Athletic Association Girls State Finals. An hour and a half of pregame coverage of all 4 games that took place both yesterday and today. We left there and made the hour and a half trip here out to Grand Rapids, East Kentwood, to bring you this live action here this Saturday evening. Don't go anywhere. We come back starting 11. A walk-on national anthem. You're watching live soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Thank you.
1
Father's Day, get him the gift that he'll love. Show him unlimited love with Unlimited Club, only from Jack's Car Wash. Get unlimited washes for just $24.99 a month.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile.
Their first ball, their first uniform, their first number, their first teammate, their first goal, their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
Move by Wen. Up to 6. Wide open net for Koscheck. Espinosa gets a head on it. Will they go in? And it does. Shot. And it goes off the post and in. Oh, let's look at this one. Look at this. That's might be a good Cervantes.
That's the goal of the week.
Wow.
There for a second. Oh, and that hits the face of the goaltender. And Milakuchi thought he'd scored, and here's because it's a right-footed effort, and that hits the top of the net.
What a beauty that was.
And that's the 4th from the Stars. That's David Divizzi.
That might be a Gold Week nominee. That's a Gold Week nominee for sure. That was on the referee to blow his whistle. Now it's a 4-man wall. Ducharme with a goal! What a beautiful strike from Ducharme. Says no, so does Robert Brinkman. Well, you heard it here first on the Michigan Soccer Network. Oh, that's look at this. Look at this. That's a
That should be a goal
puts
of
it
the week.
past
You just dribbled
Cervantes.
8 people. That's the goal of the week.
Wow. Odd brings this down. Ooh, the shot, a bender as far as post and goes in. Dude, and then it's like, is like who's gonna be on that? Derek Ballman, will he be on the call? Is the shot from Curtis? Oh! Welcome back into Crestwood Middle School here in East Kentwood, or as Rob Brinkman would say, West Michigan. Steve Best. He joined me here last weekend in the broadcast. Did a phenomenal job. You got some shoes to fill in here, Steve.
I'm in the shoes. I don't know. Rob's got a different set of shoes than I do. I don't know if I can fit in those.
Well,
We're excited for the broadcast nonetheless, John. This is we've made a couple road trips slightly, a little bit longer than others. This is for you and I our first true road test here, so it should be a good one.
That it is. That we are willing to travel wherever necessary.
See if we can get 3 points on the road today.
That is right. That is right. That's right. We got a good one here. Before, just at the end of that break there, you saw the Gold Week nominees. We've got 5 of them. Go right to the MichiganSoccerNetwork.com and put your vote in right now for any one of those 5 goals. We will announce the winner of the goal of the week here on Monday night during our recap show at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on the Michigan Soccer Network YouTube page. So join us Monday night for the winner of that. We've partnered with a great restaurant company called the Granite City Food and Brewery, and they will supply our winner and the goal of the week winner with a dinner for 2. Either at their Troy or Northville location. If you're in Grand Rapids and win, that's a doozy of a drive.
Yeah, well, you go to visit Inner Detroit, you just
you just got to get over there. Go to Livonia City, Northville. You go and play any one of the teams, a Detroit Union in Troy, right? So
those spicy shrimp tacos, phenomenal.
They are.
If I had one, I would get those again.
They were, and the wings.
Wings were delicious as well.
They have some great food there at Granite City. So, but great partner. So check them out. Granite City, both in Troy and Northville, as part of our goal of the week recipients and whatnot. As you'll see our logo now on the lower left-hand corner of your screen. This game is about to get underway here in about 2.5 minutes as we're waiting for the teams to come out of their locker rooms. But before we do that, Steve, let's talk starting 11s for both sides here.
Yeah, we're going to start with the visitors of Enter Detroit, coached by Ryan Rowe. Starting in goals, Brandon Reski. Also starting, Justin Griffith, Diego Perez, Paul Gonzalez, Justin Harris, Gavin Brose, Gabe Bylon, Rudy Alvarado, Peyton Trask, Jose Aguilar, and Edwin Rodriguez.
And let's get into the starting 11 here for the home team, BIH Grand Rapids.
And the head coach, Alfred Kovacevic. Starting in goal, Antonio Stracioto, Emra Sejanovic, Sammy Postlewaite, Muho Pavlika, Rohin Prajapati, Jonathan Stout, Emmanuel Velasquez, Lars Razor, Omar Hamouche, Austin Snyder, and Amar Jez.
That's it. That's right. And teams are coming out here right now out of their locker rooms onto the pitch here. As we're No
Nope.
comment. Right?
Nope.
Yeah, we tried. We tried. But let's talk a little bit about what we did here today, Steve. In this morning, we made the trip. About an hour, 15-minute drive out to East Lansing. Had a chance there to work specifically, with the state of Michigan. We had a chance to interview Andy Freshour, the director of soccer for the Michigan High School Athletic Association. He does a phenomenal job with the program and guiding these teams and guiding, these coaches and this league, and really put on a phenomenal event in the state finals yesterday as well as today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tough job, I think, to oversee all participating schools within soccer within the state in all 4 divisions. I'm sure there's constant things going on, with different schools and schedules and cancellations, everything going on. But Andy does a great job managing all of soccer across this great state, and they were able to put on a beautiful finals presentation today and yesterday up here in East Lansing at Michigan State University, hosting all 4 finals. We had 2 beautiful games yesterday. I know they were kicking off as we were departing today with the first game ending with Williamston capturing that state championship that had eluded them for some time, and then currently right now halftime, I believe it is, last update we saw, Marion trailing against Grand Rapids Forest Hill Central. Yeah,
2-1
2 to 1 at the break. So still a lot to play for, but it was a great last couple days here of getting some high school girls soccer in, and now right back here in that Midwest Premier League. Excited for a good matchup here with BIH Grand Rapids hosting top of the table Inter Detroit. Should be a good one today. I think the standings may be a little misleading, seeing BIH, at that bottom, but that, really haven't played as many games yet. Only played 2 or 3 games, so still working their way back into the season, catching up on games and working their way back up the table. I mean, a win here today would put them, in 6th, tied for 7th here, 6th, 7th in the table. So anything's possible. Inter Detroit had to make that long drive for BIH. Hopefully they can, they're going to try to use that as to their advantage, try to jump out on that front foot early, and try to force Inter Detroit to have to get behind the ball, have to defend, and hopefully we're in for an entertaining match here.
No, for sure. We did it last week. Last week we were out at the national tryouts in the morning. We went live at 10 a.m. And then, we went our separate ways, Steve.
We did.
You went to do, well, we had lunch.
We did. We had lunch.
Lunch where? At Granite City.
Granite City.
In the Granite City for a good meal. And then from there, I made the trek all the way out here to Grand Rapids for a 6 o'clock, I believe 6 o'clock kickoff last week. And then made our way back and had a game. We had a doubleheader on Sunday. But a lot going on here at the Michigan Soccer Network. So please make sure, hey, whether you're watching this live or after the fact, if you like what we're doing, hit that subscribe button. And that way we can continue to stay in front of you. Every time we go live, which is a lot, we go live 5, 6, 7 times a week now with games. In the fall, it's going to be high school. We have a lot of things that we're working on right now. So please go ahead and hit that like button. We only cover soccer. That's all that we do here on the Michigan Soccer Network. So we appreciate the subscribe. We appreciate you joining us here and coming along for the ride. As we can see here, the team is lining up for the International Walk-On. We're about here to get underway here in just a moment.
Yeah, as we see both teams walking out here, we've got a little, I don't know what the maybe proper term is, a little unique roster situation here. A little, I guess I'm not really sure what the right word is, but we have a triple-digit number here, John.
We do. I've never seen a
one.
100 on a jersey before.
I haven't either. To be fair, I even worked in 6+ years in manufacturing uniforms for club teams. I've never seen a triple-digit number, so this is the first one.
We're going to have our public address announcer going to take over here. They're announcing the names as we speak. But, while we're doing, let's show some highlights from yesterday's Division I state final. Northville and Bloomfield Hills. Take a look at some of the replays here from yesterday's game.
So nice. I love
So that was some of the replays from yesterday's Division I state final. Bloomfield Hills won their first state final in program school history. Bloomfield Hills High School is a merger between Lasser and Andover High Schools in Bloomfield from a number of years ago. So Andover as well as Lasser had some state championships. As a matter of fact, Rick Larson was a coach at Bloomfield Hills Lasser back in the day. But that was their first win in program history for the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks, and couldn't have happened to a better team, better program, better coach.
Well earned. That's for certain.
So we'll now national anthem. Maybe just say play ball. We're just waiting for the technical difficulties, but we'll work through that within here.
Yeah, it stopped working.
It is what it is. Hey, you roll with the punches. We are used to everything here in the every league we call. Push that window up, man. Much better view now. As we're about to get underway here in just a moment. But it's just one of those things, Steve, where we can talk about a lot of things, but winning. There's nothing like winning a state championship. So it just there isn't. But as we take a look here at the current standings here on your screen in the Midwest East Conference. Sorry, the Midwest Premier League East Division, number 1, top of the table there, Inter Detroit, Cedars FC in second, Livonia City in third, and then you start to see kind of how this order's working out. Michigan Stars actually have only played one game, They're actually playing 2 games here this weekend, so they're there at the bottom of the table, but they're a really good team. BIH is down there at the bottom as well. But, again, only played 3 games, so a lot here to still go. Lots still to happen here in this table, in this league.
Yeah, I think there's still a lot to sort out amongst these teams and where they will fit in, especially seeing, the side like Michigan Stars there towards the bottom of the table. But they've only played 1 game going into this weekend, so, a chance for them to build on those 3 points. And same here for BIH Grand Rapids, who only have a handful of games under their belt as well, with a chance here tonight to improve their standings, get 3 points, and move up that table.
So we're about to get underway here. In the blue and white kits, we'll be going left to right. BIH Grand Rapids in the black and green, really cool-looking kits, going right to left, will be Inter Detroit. And here we go, underway. Midwest Premier League action live on the Michigan Soccer Network alongside Steve Best, my broadcast partner. I'm Jonathan Turner. As we get things underway here on this Saturday evening, as Prajapati
As we kick off early here, BIH with possession to start, really going to try to build into this game slowly here, as you can see them keeping possession throughout their back line.
Prajapati back to Strasiato. Inter Detroit, they're 4-0-1, Steve. I mean, they've had a pretty good run here so far in this Midwest Premier League season. Coached and well organized and coached by Ryan Rowe.
I think the one big advantage I think that the BIH has going into this game is especially this field and the pitch we're playing on tonight. A lot wider pitch than many of the games that Inter Detroit probably plays on, especially with the amount of high school turf fields and things of that nature that are a little bit more narrow. Whereas this field here much more wide, full size pitch here. So exposing that width and really utilizing all that extra space will be important here for BIH Grand Rapids, and we'll see how Inter Detroit adjusts to having that more width, both defensively and offensively.
First foul of the game is a restart coming for BIH Grand Rapids. All put in and that's long and goes out just past Brainareski for Inter Detroit. Goal kick coming up here. First couple minutes. It is a beautiful complex. It's not necessarily soccer specific. It's also lacrosse, it looks like, as well. But you don't see a lot of fields like this, throughout the state, right? Most fields are multi-purpose, right? Steve, we'll see a lot of football fields, right? Soccer field, lacrosse fields, all in one. But this is just the 2 fields, lacrosse and soccer.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is no track, and that's usually where we get into size constraints is when they have that track around the field. It kind of limits the width and length of the field in which it can go. But here with no track, being able to go full width with the turf really expands and opens this pitch up to full size, which should make for a good game tonight.
That was Edwin Rodriguez, just fouled there, Postlewaite. Prajapati. Yes. Now Detroit intercepts and Palik out wide.
So do you think they had 99 other jerseys filled, and that's why he took 100?
It's possible. Anything's possible. As Harris will, and comes Gavin Brose. Ooh, foul called. It's possible. I don't know. I don't know why someone would have 100 on their jersey, unless that's really like their number. Maybe they like the Benjamins. You know.
I guess.
That's Trask. That's out wide, and to Harris, and he'll recycle this around the back to none other than the 100, Justin Harris.
Justin Griffith.
Sorry, Griffith. Thank you.
It's okay. There's two Justins.
It is
Justin Harris
true.
and Griffith.
It is
so
true.
Just don't call him
Oh, a
Harris.
good run. I had to do better with that. That was for Lars Razor and broken up by number 32, Diego Perez. We haven't called Inter Detroit in a minute. I think it's been over a month and a half or so. I think the last time we saw Inter Detroit was against the Nationals in the UPSL game back at Orchard Lake St. Mary's Prep. Monsignor Malov, I think, what's Monsignor? Molesky Field, that's right. Yeah, that's right, Monsignor Molesky. As this ball's thrown into Velasquez, going to bobble around a little bit. It's going to be cleared out. That was last touch there by Harris. First corner of the night for either side. Prajapati will put this one in low, and it will be cleared out. Ball will be played back into Prajapati. There's too much pace on that from Postlewaite, and goes out of touch.
A little miscommunication. Postlewaite thought he was going to be making that run. He was checking the ball. Prajapati was checking back to the ball, and turnover there. Back to BIH Grand Rapids.
It is a beautiful evening here in Michigan, and not really a cloud really anywhere in the sky. You can see some off maybe in the distance, but it's a beautiful day. 74 degrees and sunny, nothing like it was earlier this week where it was 180 degrees. Steve, it was awful.
Yeah, it was not fun to be
it's crazy.
out refereeing in such heat.
Like last Sunday, I had to wear 2 sweaters just to survive the night because it dropped to like 54 degrees, and then 2 days later, it's 99 degrees. It's crazy.
To get some quality
Rodriguez.
pool time in.
Yeah. Well, you can't get that one away there, and BIH needs to get this out of the back.
Getting a little too cute in their own box there.
Yes.
Sure, Coach Elfed Kovacevic would just rather them clear that up and out in there.
Snyder up the line. Prajapati. Looking for Velasquez. Just got to keep that on the ground there. We hear a whistle.
I think the referee's going to check the ball. I think there may have been a complaint that it either has gone flat or it wasn't.
So he just spins it up in the air, and that's the check.
It does look a little wobbly, even by the way it's rolling here to the sideline. It does look a little misshaped. When the ball takes a few awkward spins, even rolling over, it's apparently he's got a problem with both of them. We are on to ball 3.
Don't they check those before the game?
He's going to reject all of them. And ball 4, take your base. Ball 8, ball 12, and ball 16.
We need a new brand. Go with Adidas.
Try Adidas, try Nike, whatever we're trying.
These select balls are.
I'm just curious how we got 8 minutes into this game without checking that ahead of time, and why this is now becoming a problem. But I guess not my concern today. Maybe yesterday, but not today.
That's right. Congratulations to you, Steve. You had a chance to call not your first, not second, third, but 4th state final game yesterday for the high school. So our first girls game.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, John. It was an honor to be part of such a great crew. Had a wonderful game. 2 hard-fought teams in Bloomfield Hills and Northville, taking it down to the wire, going all the way to penalties. Well-earned victory from Bloomfield Hills, and have to give credit to the rest of the crew, as both the center official, the other AR, and 4th official also did a great job. It was a great teamwork. Made the game much easier than it could have been.
So while we're in this awkward delay, is the word in the way I'll say it.
Ball shape delay.
That's on your screen right now. You can see a phone, and you can see a lot of things happening with our link tree. So when you go to our social media, MI Soccer Network, either on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and this week coming up TikTok, you will be able to go to our link tree, and in any given game we have that week, the link will be there along with all of our social media, our MSN Weekly podcast. It's links galore. If you like links, that's where they're at. It's easy. It's fun. If you come to our games, you'll have QR codes everywhere. We've basically launched QR codes via drone and dropping them from like Amazon drone, whatever we can do to make sure you guys have access to the information and the things that we're doing it. So just making you aware of that while we're trying to fill in this space. Not an injury, not a card, not a goal.
No, we had some misshaped soccer balls that apparently were not round or didn't
That's what happens when you sit on them.
Meet the qualifications of the referee to be good enough.
And we're back underway.
But we are back.
Nothing really seems to faze me anymore. I'm not surprised anymore, Steve. I mean, the things that we see stoppages for is you would be amazed. I mean, but we're not surprised. Is Harris will.
No, it's you know what I thought after 17 plus years of refereeing, I thought maybe I had seen just about everything. I've not seen it all.
Well, because we saw them checking the balls. We watched them with the pump. He was pumping it up. He was checking. We watched it.
Yeah,
I guess they didn't do the ball throw in the air thing. I never did that as a referee. I never threw it in the air to see if it was going to rotate properly.
The problem is if you do it, you may end up taking more soccer balls out of play that aren't because unfortunately at practice players do sit on them and they do become a little slightly misshaped sometimes.
Well, especially after an 80 or 90 degree day where the ball is really warm and you take the seat on it, you might have a problem. So is now into Detroit. That was last touch there off of Yesh. It was Aguilar right there, and Perez to Bro. So that's a well-struck ball to Alvarado. Just too much pace on it, but not a bad look.
Yeah, good vision there from Bros. Picks his head up, sees Alvarado making that run in behind. Plays a nice driven ball, just a little bit too much pace over the top for Rudy Alvarado. Could not get onto it, but good vision there from Bros. Good idea to pick out his attacker. Really haven't had any chances in on goal yet from either side, but a couple threatening balls in deep here from Inter Detroit.
Well, I'm just thinking about if I would have had a crack at one of those oblong shaped balls, what that would have done to a shot on goal. Maybe like from Muddy Ducks.
Knuckle puck.
The knuckle puck. Yeah.
Well, coming from a goalkeeper, those are never fun. So,
Bros out wide to Alvarado. He's dangerous out wide. Cross comes in inside the 6. Out comes Straciato and makes the save.
Good there from Straciato to cut off that cross, be active off his line there as in Detroit with the first threatening attack in on goal.
That was Paul Scasalis who made that cross in. It was intended there for maybe Balon. Straciato comes out and makes that save, and now Omar Hazamouche out wide on that far side is maybe BIH here looking to make something happen. Velasquez, the ball just too much as it goes into Reski's hands. Reski in the nice green kit, while on the flip side of that, Straciato in the nice neon orange.
Got a nice color collection out there.
We got greens and blues and blacks. Neon blue is, you mentioned that Robert Bree. I said, that's blue. He's like, well, that's not blue. That's neon blue. That's like a teal is what he said. So I think it's neon, but whatever.
Call electric blue.
There you go.
I don't know, I had that 64-pack Crayola color count as a kid,
Sajanovic all the way back to Straciato.
One with the sharpener in the back.
Rajapati, the Yesh. Velasquez. We've seen that a couple times now where a ball that's supposed to go over the top is just kind of, they're getting at it too much, almost like a chip shot. You know, you're looking at Omar Hasmouche there to get that ball a little more driven. And a couple times now he's popped it up, and that's really impacted the ability for Lars Razor to run onto it and collect it, in a way in which he can get forward.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to play balls forward with the right amount of pace, with the right amount of touch on it to have. So it's not running long, but some of them are coming up a little short because they aren't being hit with enough pace.
That was a good ball by Griffith.
Giveaway there from Bylon in the midfield. Leads to attack here for BIH.
Ooh, that's a foul. That's a well-called foul there by me. That was Stout that got fouled. Retake coming up here. Restart for BIH Grand Rapids. We're in the 15th minute, and 0-0 is your score. Had about a 3-minute delay due to improper handling of the ball by the officials.
Yeah, we had some issues with our game balls.
Was that a handball?
I think it came off his foot.
Oh, wow. Looked like his hand.
His arm did come away from his body, so it was a little deceiving, but I think it is foot.
Would have been a yellow card if you had actually, I would like to think. But ball looking there into Velasquez and
Mr. 100.
Well, that's right. I like that, man. Mr. 100. We'll run on and let that go all the way back to Reski.
I mean, it's fun to say Justin Griffith, but, it's also much more fun to say Mr. 100.
That's true. Oh, maybe this is his 100th cap. Maybe he wanted to wear a special jersey for his 100th cap. I don't know. Ball out wide to Perez, and it's just too much. I want to thank you all for joining us here on this Saturday evening. Grab your favorite drink, a little snack. We'll bring you all the entertainment here on the Michigan Soccer Network this afternoon. Big game with Detroit City this afternoon, as well as Detroit City FC welcomed in El Paso Locomotive, right? And they went to a 1-1 draw, but that big moment for Detroit City is that game was covered on national TV, ESPN, not Plus, not 2, but ESPN, bringing in that entertainment this afternoon, Steve.
Yeah, I think it's great exposure for the club, great exposure for Keyworth, for the city of Detroit, the Northern Guards, all the supporters and the faithful. Looked like a great atmosphere, so we kind of got to tune in a little bit as we were leaving East Lansing. Saw Detroit City pull ahead 1-0, only to concede a little bit later, but hold on for that 1-1 draw, earn another point in the USL season.
They had their first home loss here earlier in the week of the season.
Yeah, I was not able to attend the match. My parents went. And my dad's analysis was that Sacramento was a very good team, but Detroit struggled to get some shots on goal.
Rajapati out wide at Sojanovic, and it goes out. Just too much pace on that. And that's something right now where, early in the match, 18th minute, you're trying to work out the kinks of the match, so to speak, feeling out the other team. You got to find a way here in these next 10 minutes or so to find these connecting passes that will get you in for an opportunity in the final third.
Yeah, absolutely. And, sometimes it's the timing of the run. Sometimes it's the timing of the ball being played or the pace of that. And right now, early on, it's been a lot of balls being played with just the incorrect amount of pace. And that's just been costly on both ends so far with some through balls being played a little bit too long or a little bit too wide.
Travis Stout on that far side. Glasses there to defend. Oh, wow. Well played there from Stout. Keeps going. Cuts it, and then that's tackled away. I believe that was number 8, Peyton Trask, who got a piece of that.
Good defending there from Trask. Letting the attacker make his moves, but getting stuck in, getting his foot in there, making a good tackle, taking away the opportunity.
Harris. Here near side to Perez. Looking to switch the point of attack. It was Aguilar that got a piece of that. Now Snyder. BIH will work this around their back line. Hajapati to Velasquez. Good early possession from BIH. Oh, that was a good move. Oh, just missed that pass. Oh, that was Sajanovic that was going to he made that run. Just Prajapati just couldn't connect.
And we see Inter Detroit playing a very high line here defensively, opening those options up for BIH to play that ball up and over the top or through the channels into that space. They're going to have to get those pace correct and the speed of passes here to be dangerous tonight.
Perez collects his ball near side. No, little bender, far post, and goes just wide, outside of the foot. Probably looking to do more of a cross there, but that was close.
Yeah, Perez got some space here in on the left side, drives in towards goal. I think he might have actually been trying to make that goal of the week board there with a little outside of the foot bender. He felt like he could make good contact, which he did. He hit it with good pace, some good spin to try to hit it to the back bar. But quite the effort there to try to score from that type of played ball.
Snyder looks to go long. That's just over the head there of Jonathan Stout. Good first name for that young man.
He spells it right, too. Right?
Yeah, he does. well spelled and very strong first name. And Jonathan Stout. Aguilar was able to bring that one in, and now Bros will collect this and see if Inter Detroit can make something happen. They come into this one with 10 goals for, 7 against, with a +3 goal differential. Sitting atop as this ball goes over the top for Alvarado with touch and shot. It goes just wide.
Lovely ball in over the top. Alvarado with a great touch, collects the ball off his chest, takes the ball off the bounce, makes good contact, gets a good strike, but puts it just wide and into the side netting and out for a goal kick.
What a
best
wonderful
chance of the
ball.
game here, huh?
But that ball came in from Perez.
Yeah, it was a beautiful ball in, well timed by Alvarado to make his run. As we saw, he was holding with that back line. Real smart attacking play by him to ensure he'd be onside, to wait on his run. Did a great job of collecting it. Gets the best chance of the game so far.
Referee says all ball as Velasquez collects this out wide. Sajanovic plays it into the interior, middle of the park. Postlewaite out wide to Stout. He's got Velasquez, top of the 18. Oh, wins it back. Now Razor into Prajapati. Shot from distance, and you have to do a whole lot more to get that one past Reski.
Yeah, not the most challenging shot there, but some good possession in the attacking third here from BIH Grand Rapids. Some good movement, some good balls in, some opportunities created. Ends with a shot from distance, maybe not the most ideal, but some good movement here halfway through this half as BIH Grand Rapids starting to create some opportunities of their own.
Bailon out to Mr. 100. It's now back to Reski. Harris drops this back to Trask. Oh, good ball from Trask out wide here. To Bailon. And Perez. Say hi, Steve, to Instagram Live.
Hi.
That was Justin Griffith, Mr. 100. Gavin Brose switched this here to the near side now. For Bailon. A very flat game thus far. You know, we're in the 24th minute. There really haven't been a ton of opportunities. Really the best one of the game coming here just a few moments ago. You know, Rudy Alvarado with that ball from Perez, just missing the frame, but that was the best opportunity so far in this one.
Yeah, and I think both teams trying to kind of fill out where they can best attack, the moments that they can pick and choose to try to create opportunities. Inter Detroit maybe been a little bit of the better side with creating some attacking balls in, but in the last few minutes, BIH Grand Rapids as well, carrying some possession in that attacking third. Haven't really tested Rescue too much yet, but generating that possession in the attacking third, generating some possession and some opportunities is the starting point, and can't get the opportunities without that. So working our way into this game, yes, slowly but surely, but I'm sure we'll have a couple goals here too, no doubt, with the opportunities on the field here tonight, John.
This will go back. That's a dangerous ball from Griffith. But Rescue able to collect it, and now here comes Harris. Rodriguez back to Harris, and looking to go over the top for Aguilar. Yesh is there. He's going to try to head it back. That was a mistake. Oh, out comes Straciato, and they're going to call a penalty shot.
Yeah, the defender grabbed him as he got by. Aguilar got by the defender, was going to get to that ball before the goalkeeper. The defender pulled on his arm and held him back. It was in the box, and the referee points right to the spot, and we've got a penalty kick here for Inter Detroit. Shocked to see no yellow card given or a red card, to be fair. I mean, kind of hard to be arguing maybe a dog show given that there was no possession of the ball. But a yellow card for sure I would have expected to see there on that decision.
I mean, he definitely held on to him. I don't know how that's not that. I mean, that should be a dog zone.
Well, the only thing I say is he didn't have possession of the ball, and the coach you see here from BIH Grand Rapids arguing that he maybe thought that the contact happened outside of the box. But either way, we got a penalty kick here for Inter Detroit. Jose Aguilar will step to the line.
That he will as we wait for the referee and his whistle. Aguilar steps up. Straciato goes to his left, makes a save. Down goes Aguilar again, and now out for a corner. But Straciato comes up big.
Huge save there from Antonio Straciato. Comes up absolutely huge, diving to his left, makes the save, and also regains his composure, gets up, denies any other opportunity off the rebound. Ball goes out for a corner kick here for Inter Detroit, as the best opportunity of the game so far goes to waste as Inter Detroit fails to convert the penalty kick.
So now we're going to have the first corner of the night here for Inter Detroit. Ball comes low out to Gavin Brose. Puts it in. It's going to go up and just over the bar. Not a bad idea. I'm more of from the mindset that you put it in the box to see what happens. I just feel like you put it in the mix because anything can happen, Steve.
Yeah, I think that, you could tell by the way they lined up. I think there was a set play either to have Brose, play that ball towards that back bar for one of his teammates. I don't think it was intended to be on goal. And I think he maybe just hit that with a little bit too much pace and floated it past. But you could tell it was definitely a set play where Inter Detroit tried to load the numbers on the backside. But I'm with you. I think, why make the extra pass when you can just play the corner directly to that backside, eliminate the potential of a bad pass coming from any other ball played.
Stout looking inside. He's on. Out comes Rescue. There's too much pace on that. I believe that was Snyder making that run.
I think he hesitated a little bit, thinking he was going to be offsides. Appeared here from up top.
It might be a Hajmouche.
That the assistant was going to keep his flag down, so he was on had he continued running onto that ball.
As Hajmouche is now, a little, Perez will collect this. That's Postlewaite comes in. That's dangerous. Now Stout will collect this. Temperature of the game's gone up just a little bit now since that penalty shot. Snyder.
Yeah, the frustration from BIH carrying over, and then, their goalkeeper comes up big, but then now they can kind of flip that momentum and use that anger from that penalty kick. Obviously, you don't want to concede it, but try to get back in this game, and you can definitely tell the temperature has risen a little bit here as both teams are playing with a little bit more of an edge, some harder tackles, every challenge a little bit more contested.
That it is, as Rodriguez looking for Bros, and then cleared up and drops right here to Perez on this near side. So drop back to Harris. Trask looking out wide for Bylon, then cleared up by Yesh. We've seen, in Detroit now they've had some opportunities over the top. That couple balls. The first one Perez to Alvarado, it just missed, and then the next ball that comes in, running out of that was Aguilar. He taken down. They've been dangerous here these last couple minutes, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked about in the pregame about how Inter Detroit has scored a lot of goals this year, and they're showing why they're dangerous. And we've got foul coming out here for Grand Rapids, but the Inter Detroit is a dangerous team. They've scored a lot of goals this season, but on the flip side, they've also conceded, and so BIH has to be aware that they're going to get opportunities, especially if you see the way that Inter Detroit plays, especially the way they're playing tonight with a very high defensive line. There's going to be moments over the top that there's going to be space in there for BIH to try to take advantage of, and they're going to have to try to do that.
Yeah, I mean, Inter Detroit currently, they're averaging 2 goals a game, 4, and just over 1 a game in regards to goals against. So they have the ability to score some goals. When you have a penalty shot, I'm sorry, but I come from the school of thought that if you're on the attacking team and you have a penalty shot, that ball needs to go in. It's one of those things where you can control a lot of that. Is now Stout will collect this, and Pantamouche, low ball in there to Razor and just can't collect it. But that was a good look.
I just didn't have enough pace to get all the way to him. But again, BIH doing a good job of trying to break down that high line and
Trask
attack
out
of Inter Detroit.
To Bros, and it was just cleared out there by Sajanovic. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like free throws. I know that you're not being. We can say free throws. You're not having someone like blocking the basket, but those are things that you should bury. I mean, the goalkeeper is standing on his line. I mean, they really don't have a lot of success. I mean, I'm not sure what penalty shot percentages are as far as goalkeeper, getting the save. It's not very high, I don't think, as ball kind of bounced around and going to Straciato.
Yeah, I don't think Aguilar hit it exactly probably where he wanted to. Didn't put it close enough to that corner, which allowed Straciato to make that save as it didn't get all the way to the post. He didn't have to extend fully. So, it wasn't maybe the best taken penalty. But, at the same time, we have to give credit to the goalkeeper for making a great save.
Oh, yeah, Aguilar now. Redemption possibly. No, puts it over for a wide open Bylon, who misses the open net.
Well, that's a great awareness there from Jose Aguilar to understand. He had the goalkeeper coming right out. He had his teammate Gabe Bylon in the middle of the field, wide open with an open net. He slots it over. A well-played ball. It wasn't troubling for Bylon. He makes good contact. He probably had too much time. He really could have taken an extra touch and buried into the open net. Tries to hit it one time, and it trickles past the left post, and we remain scoreless here, John.
I'm speechless.
At this point, it probably should be 2-0 to Inter Detroit, but we remain here at 0-0, and new life for Grand Rapids.
Bylon. Rodriguez blocked. And now here comes BIH. Oh, that's a good slide tackle. That's Peyton Trask with a slide tackle that was. Now Bros. Rodriguez out wide to Alvarado. Snyder there to defend. Alvarado down by the end line. Ball comes in, and Straciato right there, and that's an easy one for him. I'd take those all day long if I were him. Oh, down goes Velasquez, and that's going to be the first yellow card of the afternoon. Compliments there of number 37, Justin Harris. Are there assists for yellow cards? What do you think? The actual yellow card is the referees and the assist is the player. What do you think?
I thought you were going to say the assist goes to the referee, but but fair.
Ball all the way back. Lika, and got to be careful. You're getting high press right now, and you don't want to give it away. And then, I mean, you're already given Inter Detroit at least 3 or 4 are really good opportunities. You don't want to give them a freebie.
And Grand Rapids is doing a good job of keeping possession, but you know, they're playing the ball around this back a lot, and you know, one bad pass or a giveaway here or there is just going to create more opportunities, like you said here, for Inter Detroit. And BIH has just got to keep going forward with the ball. They, you know, every time they have gone forward, they have started to create some chances here. So just continue that, force that high line of Inter Detroit to have to be aware of balls up over the top. You know, they're playing right up at that midline and just tempting BIH to play those perfectly placed balls.
Rajapati, you got to be really good. Oh, that they finally got able to get past that first line. So Ivanovic, Razor. It's given away. Prajapati wins it back. Finds Velasquez. A little touch there for Hamush. Out wide to Stout. Stout, top of the 18, inside the 18 now, down by the end line. I believe that actually might have hit off. Nope, didn't hit off anyone. Goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I think the AR here on the near side popped his flag maybe right before the ball went out of bounds, and maybe that's why the touch had no effect, as he had said it was already out, and we have a goal kick.
So 36th minute, 0-0 the score. So far, the better of the opportunities this evening come from Inter Detroit, but just haven't had the ability to get into the back of the net.
Yeah, 2 opportunities that normally would result in goals, but a saved penalty kick, a missed wide open net, and we remain scoreless. Just under 10 to play here in the first half.
It's Alvarado on the far side. Deeks himself gets it back. Bros. There's Rodriguez, now Bros. It's a win there by Postlewaite, and Velasquez, that makes a poorly executed pass, is now Perez. Well, ball into for Perez now is both Postlewaite, and this ball go back to Straciato. The Postlewaite there, and Palika. Just maybe a miscommunication between the two of them.
Nice little combination play there in some tight space from Perez and Bros. Playing a little 1-2 ball, a flicked ball over the top. Nice movement from Inter Detroit.
Oh, now here comes Bailan. Shot blocked.
I just don't understand that one there from the referee, to be fair, John. He claims that either maybe no foul or he was pointing to give an advantage. I just don't know what advantage you can give when the ball goes to the top of the box and there was a player taken down in the box. If you want an advantage, the team's going to want the penalty kick. That's the more advantageous play. You know, and he's having a discussion right now with 2 players, but I don't know, John. It appeared that he got taken out as the ball was played across on the top to Bailan, and I understand maybe waiting, hesitating to see what happens to that ball with Bailan, but from here, it definitely looked like a foul. I know it would have been the second penalty here early for Inter Detroit, but at the same time, if it's a foul, it's got to be called.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, I was looking at the pass, and my sight line was not looking at that player, the player that went down. I believe it was Aguilar that went down. But no, I agree with you. If it's a foul, it's got to be called. Did you just see the replay?
I missed it. Must not have. Take a look here.
I just ball, good thrown in ball. Rodriguez will collect this. He's got his back now to goal. And won by Razor is Perez will take down Razor, and Perez will get a yellow card.
Well, I had a chance to watch that back. I think it was spot on the correct call, to be fair, John.
Oh, go. There you go.
It appeared that the attacker actually jumped into the defender. So after that pass was made, he initiated the contact, and I think the referee got that one actually spot on. So I stand corrected.
You hear it first here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Steve says, hey, you might have gotten it wrong. So that's good to know.
Yeah, well, my initial first thought was that the contact may have been a lot harder, but I'm also trying to watch a lot of things here at once. So watching it back, definitely, I think he did get that one. Right.
This is not your first night as an analyst. This is
no.
To be fair.
To be fair.
Yeah. Oh, good ball into Hasmush.
No excuses there, John. No excuses.
That's right. No excuses. That's right. Ball switch to Snyder. That first touch will do you in. Back to Pavlika. Prajapai was looking for a style, broken up there. It's Casales. As he's taking this all the way up the field. He goes down, and now the ball will kind of skirt over here to this near side, out for a throw-in. It's going to be Inter-Detroit's ball. Deep inside BIH defensive third, right near the corner flag.
Just under 5 minutes to go here. Had a lot of action both ways, but I think BIH will be happy to find a way to get out of this half here, scoreless, go into the locker room, get a chance to adjust, make some tweaks on the attack, make some tweaks defensively in what they need to do. Inter Detroit would probably love to keep this game going and keep things moving.
So we see offsides was just...
Well, the ball was played in by the defender back to the goalkeeper, but apparently the referee wasn't ready and is making him retake it. You can see the frustration from some of the BIH players there.
Sorry, I'm going to eat some kettle corn, Steve.
Do it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Velasquez being held all day by Justin Harris. He's already on a yellow card.
Yeah, it was a good piece of defending there. I think Velasquez, when you're in that position as a forward and you're going to play with your back to goal and you're going to be a hold-up type attacker there in those positions, you're going to have contact. You're going to have to withstand some of that to win the ball back.
Perez collects this here on the near side. Oh, good move by Trask. There's Alamush there. Ball kind of bounces around, and now Velasquez will have Harris at his back. Good turn from Velasquez. Ball to Hasmush. That's going to be a foul. Oh. You can hear Harris not happy. Again, he's on a yellow card right now.
Harris had a couple choice words maybe for the referee upon getting fouled there.
This is a family network, so we do apologize for that.
But
Mr. 100, first time we said his name in a few minutes, passing the ball here to Harris. I want to know if he had to pay the extra $5 for the extra letter, the extra number on the jersey. You know what I mean? And the shorts, by the way. It's got to be at least an extra. What's the pattern cost? What does it cost for an extra number, Steve? You said you used to do it all the time. A couple extra bucks, so you had to pay like $6, $8.
100%.
We'll kind of skip around now. Velasquez, who's dropped more central, start off more up top. Got Perez here on this near side. Harris will find him. Ball back over for Perez. Yash comes over to defend. Excuse me. Maybe we shouldn't have kettle corn.
Also, you put the bag right in front of me.
I know,
it,
right?
I get it.
That popcorn right in the back of your throat. My goodness. Bailon. Aguilar. Bros brings it down. Top of the 18. Good move. Put the ball in for Alvarado. He goes down. Referee says no.
Yeah, it was a good look there from Bros. I'm a little surprised he didn't try to look to goal himself there. He might have had enough space there to get a shot, but he tries to find his teammates. No avail. Opportunity gone to waste.
44th minute, the ball goes in for Hasmouche. He's on, and Harris able to collect. It's a good ball from Stout and Hasmouche, and just isn't able to bring it in. Now Stout, once again, trying to take on the whole back line of Inter Detroit and broken up. Some life here late in this first half from BIH Grand Rapids. Prajapati to Velasquez. Velasquez, defended by 2, is now Prajapati. Puts us inside the 18, bounces around. Postlewaite will win the head and still bouncing around, top of the 18, and finally Mr. 100 clears it up. Stout. Scasalas follows him, and now here we have a free kick in the 45th minute.
Is that going to hit a buzzer?
So a dangerous restart coming here right now, about 35 yards from goal.
Just got word from the referee. A minimum of 3 minutes of extra time was announced. We are now here in the first minute of stoppage time. Free kick here from BIH from distance.
Ball comes in from Postlewaite, and that goes through everybody. Now for a goal kick.
Yeah, good ball in there. Right in the position you want that ball to land, right there where all the attackers are going in. No one got a touch onto it. Out for a goal kick.
First comment of the game, Jorge Medina says, Mr. 100, Justin Griffith.
Well, catching on.
He's catching on. as Mr. 100 finds Gavin Bros. Out wide to Bylon. Now Aguilar, as Yesh comes in. Now Velasquez playing all the way back defensively. Oh, a miss there, but then cleared out all the way to Lars Razor. Move. So Stout played that well. Just kind of hung back a little bit. He keeps taking it now. 18 shot low and goes wide. That was a smart play by Jonathan Stout.
Yeah, the recognition to understand that the defender was probably not going to have the cleanest touch on it. He stepped back, allowed the ball to come back to him, took advantage of the turnover, and then drove right to goal, getting the shot off, going out for a goal kick, but another good opportunity here for BIH Grand Rapids.
Perez will play this back to Harris. Inter Detroit really not in a hurry to get things going here as we're now in the second minute of stoppage here. Ball to go over the top. Yash will head this. Postlewaite. Well, that was on accident, I think. I know the back heel was, but over the top for Bylon. And good defensive play by Yash. Ball from Mr. 100 broken up there by Sejanovic. Perez. Rodriguez. Gonzalez, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. As you can hear now, the referee says that is the end of this first half. 15. So, Steve, that's it, man. Hey, 0-0. It's not a lot of opportunities for Inter Detroit, a few for BIH Grand Rapids, but we're sitting here at half, 0-0.
Yeah, opportunities both ways. Probably should be at least one, if not 2-0 here to Inter Detroit. But chances missed. BIH Grand Rapids will be thankful for that. and try to turn the tide here in the second half. We've got a second 45, exciting Cup 45 coming along here, John.
Well, that we do. Here at the halftime, Inter Detroit 0, BIH 0. You're watching Midwest Premier Soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network. The Michigan Soccer Network covers all levels of soccer from youth, high school, college, and professional throughout the state of Michigan.
Blatch has a shot low, and he makes the goal. What a shot there, low, near post, under the arms of Best.
Our mission here at the Michigan Soccer Network is to bring your event to life. Full commentary, multi-camera options are available, and we are here to make the game of soccer in Michigan that much better. Good ball off his chest, down, save again by Heisch. What a
He still has it, top of the 18, shot coming, and it's a goal.
How they have it is a cross coming in. Hodgson gets a touch, he gets the first goal. He makes up for it from the first one in the first half, that offsides call, and there's the first goal in club history. To learn more, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com today.
Their first ball, their first uniform, their first number, their first teammate, their first goal, their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at KickstartToddlerSoccer.com.
Move by Wen. Puck to 6, wide open net for Koscheck. Espinosa gets a head on it, will that go in? And it does! Shot, and that goes off the post and in! Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. That might be a good pass for Monte.
That's the goal of the week.
Wow. Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75. Velasquez, shot, and that goes off the post and in! 6. Oh, good move by Wen. Puck to 6, wide open net for Koscheck, and that's goal number 2. Now wide to the Hodgson, inside the 18. Let's put it cross to Steinwasser, saved by Solly.
We like to do it before we go out on the weekend.
We do.
We do it every week.
Whether we need to or not.
We did it today.
It was really dirty.
My parents do it every day.
Hey, kiddo.
Do it every day with the Unlimited Club only at Jack's Car Wash. Protect your car from the hot summer sun, dust, dirt, and contaminants all summer long with the Jack's Unlimited Club.
Join today, starting at just $24.99 a month.
Velasquez, shot, and that goes off the post and in! 6. Oh, good move by Wen. Puck to 6, wide open net for Koscheck, and that's goal number 2. Now wide to the Hodgson, inside the 18. Let's put it cross to Steinwasser, saved by Solly. Welcome back here into Crestwood Middle School here, West Michigan, for tonight's Midwest Premier Soccer League game here as we're at the half. And, during the game we had a question come up, Steve, and I think we need to answer that question. I mean, me and you both have, I think, come from, again, different schools of thoughts as we're going to bring you here in our press box in a moment. But, I mean, Steve, you You tell me, man. You start asking questions like, "What's the most impressive team we've seen this season?" In the comments, which we're looking at here, someone was saying Allianz FC based on their fan base. We both talked about this. We have a chance to go to a lot of different games. We've gone to Allianz at Corktown, and what an unbelievable experience that is. We've watched the Nationals and what they're doing. The Rebels and Corktown and Inter Detroit here. We're out here in Grand Rapids. I think each team that we've seen brings something a little different to the leagues that we've covered, right? We've covered the Midwest Premier League. We've covered youth in the Canton Cup. We've covered high school. We've covered a lot of different leagues. If I were to say the most impressive on the field so far this season, as far as my point of view, my perspective, has been Detroit United. They have the whole package. They've got a great roster of players. You have David Tata. He is a phenomenal player. And I would say right below that would be Cedars FC. Just what they were able to do throughout the season. They finished second in the UPSL. And I'm not saying that Inter Detroit doesn't have an opportunity. We're watching Inter Detroit now. We've seen them in the UPSL and the Midwest. But if I were to say the most impressive teams as of right now on the men's side, I would say Detroit United and Cedars FC, both from the UPSL. On the women's side of it, on the women's side of action, Corktown has been pretty impressive. We saw them the one time. They're making a lot of noise in the UWS1. They've just been really, really good. So those are the two impressive teams that I've seen here so far in this 2022 spring season.
Yeah, hard to argue that. Detroit United has been very good in the UPSL. A very complete team that we've seen a couple different times. Cedars FC also, like you mentioned, a very solid squad, and it's nothing to take away from both like AIM, Hamtramck City, the Nationals as well. Both who at times have had very impressive outings. Yeah. There's definitely been moments for all these teams to have those moments of brilliance and show their excellence out on the pitch. But really, just the way they played throughout the season, the schedule they played, and in that league, it's hard to argue against anyone really against Detroit United, just because the consistency they've put up in the last several seasons within the league. They don't have a real deep roster either.
No, they don't.
They play with a smaller roster compared to some of the other squads, and they also play with a squad that is pretty much the same guys over as well.
Well, I was going to say experience. A lot of their players are no longer in college, which is a big factor for these leagues. When we talk about these leagues, what they're made up of high school, current collegiate players, right? And some who maybe are no longer playing college, but that's these leagues, and that's the battle that these teams have, because right now the UPSL just ended, and it ended because all these college kids report back to college here in the next couple of weeks for their the preseason workouts right after the 4th of July. Midwest Premier League is going to go all the way in through the end of July, but they're going to have players leaving as well. It's a battle that these clubs have to deal with. What if you're saying impressive as far as fan base? Allianz, that's a special organization. What they're doing in Southwest Detroit at Corktown, at the old ballpark, they're really, really doing some fun stuff there. I would agree with Amir Rybeck on what Jorge Medina, who's mentioning the Allianza. The landscape in Michigan in regards to soccer has changed dramatically over the years. With the amount of clubs that keep popping up, the different leagues that are now available, there's just so much that can happen. And really trying to build a fan base can be difficult, especially when you think about Detroit City FC, which their fan base is tremendous, right? You start getting out to Lansing Common, right? They have a good fan base. You get out here on this side of the state, right? Kalamazoo. It used to be Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids, I think they folded here last year. But these teams, they have a good fan base. You can fill the stands with 2,000-3,000 people in a game. That's pretty impressive. But Allianz just came out this year and already have 500 to 800 fans at each game. And, the product will continue to improve. They started off strong. We talked about the raw talent that team had and what they were trying to accomplish. It just takes time, with a program like that. But with the fact that they were able to draw on 800 to 1,000 people to a game very early in their infancy of their club and their program, that's an impressive feat. And what they put on there is very professional. So they're doing an impressive job at Allianz SC. But the product on the field, is what we're talking about. That's got to improve, right? So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, from a overall perspective, I think, we talk about more, on pitch, but we can't disclude the off the field and the stadium and the environment that's been created. And Allianz does a great job of that. And I think actually, whether it's Hamtramck City or City United as well, playing down at Keyworth, and that, there's always, a good collection of fans down there as well, creating good environments and creating these difficult environments to play in the UPSL, in the MWPL, is good for the league. Creating these environments. We talked to Coach Rick Larson of the Nationals going into that playoff game against Hamtramck City, and he spoke at length about how his guys were going to have to be ready to go into that environment to play in a place like Keyworth. Obviously not 8,000 like DCFC pools, but they're still getting several hundred fans to show up to those games, and they're tough environments. And so, we've seen a lot of great environments throughout this season. As far as product on the field, I think it's real hard to argue maybe against Detroit United, excuse me. But as far as environments, I would have to say probably Allianz is up there with as good an environment as we've come across.
We were at the state finals today at the Michigans for the girls soccer, and they easily 1,500, 2,000 people. That the what is created at a state final or an environment like that is unmatched. And the same thing happening at a DCFC game where you have 6, 7, 8,000 people in the game. The crowd, the volume, the noise, the excitement. All those things that happen can just change a lot of things, and that's why it's really hard for opposing teams to come into Detroit and have success at Keyworth Stadium, because you're compacting that really, really small stadium with a lot of things going on. But Jorge Medina hops in, and he's saying, hey, Detroit United is a veteran team. They got 26 to 20. They are.
Yep.
And when you talk about being an impressive team, well, hey, let's be honest. The reason why the Red Wings were so good for so long was because they had a veteran team. They had Iserman and Lindstrom, a number of veteran, experienced players who brought a lot of success with their past. And the same thing can be true with any team that's got a lot of experience on it, and that's the truth. And that's why they stay at the top of the table. They finish first in the league. They go on in the playoffs. They've won it. They've had success.
And I think to your point about, we talked about the influx of the players in the roster movement within the UPSL or MWPL. And the biggest thing for Detroit United that they have going for them is the fact that most of their players are not currently playing in college. As in most of their players are experienced, semi-professional, have maybe some professional experience, and that these players understand what it takes day in, day out to compete in these levels. And it's tough because it's not a professional league. It's a semi-professional amateur league.
Correct.
So you have players who are not getting paid, so they're having to work out on their own time, having to stay fit on themselves. And so these guys are going to their regular jobs and then coming back and playing on a Wednesday night or playing on a Sunday night. And, Detroit United is filled a roster with guys who understand what it takes at that level. And that means taking care of your bodies in the off days. It means, understanding what it takes physically out on the pitch throughout a game, and understanding that there is a much bigger gap in physical play from the high school, college level and now into that semi-amateur level, is that it's a much more physical game. It's a different game, and having that experience and those veteran players is what has helped them in the last several seasons stay atop that table. And I think that's what some of these other clubs will get over time by having guys play in this league. And I think that'll be the difference to see over the next couple seasons as you see teams more compete. Because they'll have players with more experience at this level.
Well, yeah, and as we're going to obviously put the camera back on the field now, it was a great conversation. I think the thing that I would say, and this is important, is that, like, when we talked with Jeremy Harkins last week, who's the executive director and owner of the Nationals, he had mentioned the ladder. He's like, hey, the first ring of the ladder for us is junior nationals, right? And then, hey, then it's nationals. Hey, then it's academy. Then it's ECN. It's all these different levels, right, that can play a factor in the growth and development of a player, right? And then you throw in, now they have the Nationals pro side, right, where you can now bring them up through this ladder and develop them. And over time, as the Nationals continue their path, the experience, the level of play, the continuity, the cohesion, all the things that you'd want in a program will change. And that's what you are looking, or that's what you're looking to get with what that question that Amir Rybak is asking us, where he's like, hey, who's the most impressive team you've seen this season? Well, Detroit United's been around for a long time. They don't have a lot of roster changes. The roster stays the same. right? And that's a factor. You know, we see the fluidity in these rosters every single night, Steve, and it's really hard for teams to stay competitive when every single night you have a whole new look. You know, a whole new look.
And absolutely, and Detroit United, for those that may have not been in the area, seen the team maybe has not competed, obviously, in some of these leagues that have just been created or newly formed. But that Detroit United team has played together for probably 6, 7, 8 years at least, a core group of those guys. These guys play together all winter. They play together all off season. So these guys really do understand, you know, where the guys are going to be, understanding timing, understanding runs, understanding what teammates are good at, what maybe they're not good at. And so that's a huge advantage that some of these other teams, it's hard to make up for just in skill, because they do have that continuity and that veteran leadership. And we talk about also they have some good players. David Tata is one of the better strikers in the area. And
Hamad from Cedars is phenomenal.
And they have just a good collection of other players that help support them, and that's really what puts them over the top. You know, and so talking about impressive teams, it's hard to speak enough about a team like Detroit United.
As we're about to get back underway here in this one, as you can see now, teams back on the pitch. Going left to right on your screen in the all black and green kits with Mr. 100 will be Inter Detroit, and then in the blue and white kits going right to left will be BIH Grand Rapids. We're 0-0 here in this start of the second half. Opportunities coming from both sides in the first half, but the plethora of the opportunities coming off Inter Detroit. Had a penalty shot opportunity. Aguilar put one low left side, Antonio Straciato, and he just able to make a diving save. And a couple other opportunities from Aguilar and Alvarado, and that's really where things stand here in this one tonight. As we are now officially back underway here, second half action. I don't think we see any changes as Prajapati finds Stout.
I believe Emra Sedinovic came off for BIH Grand Rapids. I see him on the bench, but
Snyder.
Like Nerman Semic came in.
Semic
came in here for BIH.
So we see one change so far. We'll keep an eye on other changes. It's not like in the professional leagues where they give us a notification. We have an idea of what's going on. Nope, they just do it, and we have to figure it out in real time. So we appreciate your patience.
It's a fun little game called Who's on the Field?
Skaselis, he gets by Semic, and Skaselis keeps going, and Snyder there a little, and then Skaselis puts this one in, and Alvarado is going to bounce around.
Giveaway there from BIH. Tried to pass out of that back, but
which league is more competitive, and which UPSL or Midwest Premier League?
I will say this: having seen both leagues, having seen plenty of different teams within the leagues, I really feel that both leagues are almost on a very similar competitive level.
That's a good throw-in, by the way, by Skaselis. I mean, my goodness, that thing went 30 yards.
It was a great throw, a flick on him out for a goal kick. But back to the question, I don't want to say competitive or stacked. I think, you know, both. A lot of the teams that have clubs in both, I don't believe they're stacking one squad over another per se. I think they're really just trying to get guys playing time and really trying to just get guys minutes. But I think if you were to stack up the top of the UPSL against the top of the MWPL, I think they'd be fairly even matchups. You know, I don't really think there's a drastic difference, John. You can speak for yourself, but having seen a lot of the teams within the leagues, I do think it's a fairly even playing field if you were to compare the two.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. As far as I don't think there's like a talent drop off. I mean, you know, you can see a drop off per se, like going from UPSL to the Midwest, not sorry, Midwest, but to the MPSL, right? MUSL, right? You can see those drop offs because, you know, the players there tend to be a little older, maybe a little rustier, or, you know, in regards to their technical skills. But I don't see a drop off. You know, I mean, Inter Detroit's UPSL team just lost in the quarterfinal of the UPSL Midwest East Conference on Thursday night off of in penalty shots. and their Midwest Premier League team is playing here right now tonight, and they're currently sitting in first place in the league. I mean, there's not a huge gap. I know that the UPSL and the Midwest Premier League, I know, just with the conversations we've had with teams and different ownership that, there's this competitiveness between the leagues. But, if you're talking about soccer, which is what we cover, not politics, we don't cover any of that stuff. We cover the soccer. And the soccer, as far as I'm concerned, is pretty damn close.
I don't think sometimes you watch different levels of play, different leagues, especially the leagues we cover, and sometimes you can definitely notice a drop off or a difference within the play. Sometimes we can even see a slight difference between UWS 1 and UWS 2. Yep. There is a difference. And it's not saying the UWS 2 isn't a competitive league, but there's a talent difference in some of those leagues. Yep. There's just not that difference right now between UPSL and MWPL, and it's a good thing. Is that this competitiveness is up in both.
So Aguilar, I looked like he might have been offsides, and he was. It was a good run there by.
And I think both these leagues are offering plenty of teams and plenty of these guys opportunities to play. That's the most important thing is they're playing at a high level. And across the board, I mean, you look from even this Midwest Premier League, whether it's Inter Detroit, Cedars, Livonia City, Lansing Common, the Michigan Jaguars, Michigan Stars, BIH, Grand Rapids. I mean, I wasn't there to call the Stars game, but saw plenty of highlights from that Stars game, and the talent level in that Stars game.
That's their U23 team too.
Looked a lot better than a lot of the they may have only played 1 or 2 games here, but. A lot better than some of the UPSL and MWPL teams we've seen throughout the season as far as a talent level. So, really, I think it's very competitive in both leagues, and it's good that these teams maybe have opportunities to put teams in both leagues, to create more opportunities for these guys to play at a semi-professional level here.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. Stout now collects this, middle of the park. Looking to play this here to Semich on the near side. Snyder, a little overlapping run. Semich will take it inside. Stout now back to Velasquez. And then that's a missed pass there by Velasquez. Smooshed, and then Ollie. Prajapati. Velasquez just can't. But that deflection now. Stout by the end line. Ball put inside the box. And then cleared out. I believe that was cleared out by Peyton Trask. But, they're great points. I would say this to you, to I think Jorge Medina. This is what I would say in regards to the competitiveness. I'm a firm believer in determining competitiveness by playing one another. I've already said it. I think it'd be a great thing to see the winner of the MWPL against the winner of the UPSL. I think it'd be a great game. And it would kind of showcase whether or not the talent at one game is at one level is better at the other.
Another question in here from Jorge Medina about if you had to take 5 MWPL teams, put them together with UPSL teams to make a stronger league of 10. It's tough to say. I don't think you can really even do that at this point because
you got Cedars and you got Inter Detroit in there.
Well, you have teams with both, sure, but then there's teams in here that really haven't been able to really establish themselves yet in the MWPL, whether that's as we've seen here, BIH Grand Rapids or West Michigan Stars, who've only played combined 3 or 4 games.
Sides. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if combining. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, if you're talking like a super league or something like that, I
think his question was more based on if you were able to combine the two leagues, which 10 teams would you to make the best league? I guess is kind of what they were getting at.
Yeah.
And I think it's way too tough to say right now, at least from the MWPL side, as far as we don't really know who the best 5 teams are yet.
Yeah.
It's way too early. Inter Detroit sits atop the table with 5 games played, and then there's Detroit Union who's played 7 games, and they're at the bottom of the table. And then Michigan Stars is near the bottom of the table, but officially only played 1 game. So it's very hard to say, right now maybe who the top teams will be. I think we'll let the table sort itself out over time, and see where those top teams fall. Ball
was intended there from Prajapati, and Semich is broken up by Mr. 100.
But I think it's a little bit tough to try to put together maybe a top 5 of each, especially when you have.
Well, if you look at the UPSL, the top 5, I mean, you've got Detroit United, Cedars FC, you got AIM, you got Hamtramck City, and then you had Inter Detroit. Right, yep. That was the way that table finished out. Looking at the table now, I mean, Michigan Stars would based on more games being played, they would definitely be in the top of the table. Yep. In Detroit, Cedars FC's there, Livonia City. I mean, you could make up a bunch. I mean, I think the reality comes down to it too, is again, there's a reason why teams are in the Midwest Premier League, and there are reasons why teams are in the UPSL. Yep. And that might be for a number of reasons. Midwest Premier League does not have a playoff. So if you want a chance to take on and go get a national championship, you got to play in the UPSL. You don't have a choice. I mean, because Midwest really doesn't have one. So there's reasons why teams would be there. I know that when we talk with Inter Detroit, like they're saying, hey, our first team is in the Midwest Premier League, our second team is here are in the UPSL. So they put their second team in the UPSL first in this league, and they're putting all their everything into this one. As this ball goes up, that's Semic. On this near side, he keeps it on him and held up a little bit there, and they'll call a foul.
Good hold-up play.
These are great questions, though. We appreciate the questions.
Appreciate it. It gives us some great talking points relative to both the game, the leagues, and the teams that we see on a regular basis. So appreciate the comments and feedback coming in.
It's Postlewaite. We'll bring this one back in for BIH Grand Rapids, looking to find a goal here in the 55th minute. Got Velasquez right in the middle of the park. A little spin move from out comes Reski. Gets a good punch on it, and it's going to go out here for a throw-in on the near side.
Good job there from Reski to be active, come out and get some hands on it, punch that ball away. He wasn't able to get it clean, but able to knock it away.
That was Snyder. It looks like we now have the NFHS ball on the field now. I don't know if we noticed that from before, but Semic inside the 18. Cuts it, and Mr. 100 right there to defend. Alvarado, now Semic right inside the box. Velasquez plays it up. That has Moosh, and now Mr. 100 will clear it up. Barely, more like a simple pass up the middle. And then that's won by Basel Dua. Oh, outside the box is Reski. It's going to be a foul. We get 5 questions tonight here on the Michigan Soccer Network. We've gotten 3. Question number 4 coming up here in just a moment. But, yeah, Rescue is outside the box.
Yeah, the ball had, I think, a little bit of a wicked spin on it. I think Rescue went to go grab it. The momentum of the ball took him towards that edge of the box there, carried him outside as we saw the assistant on the far side raise his flag, indicating keeper had handled that ball outside the penalty area. We'll have a free kick to BIH Grand Rapids here just on the outside of the penalty area.
So Postlewaite will take this once again here for BIH Grand Rapids.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a set play here, maybe a pass to the top of the box for a shot. Or
I think Zahadic is in now, too. I see 15 in there. Postlewaite just drives one inside the 6. It pounces up. Reski goes up and gets it. Why not, man? Just drill one in.
Yeah, put it in, drive the ball in, hope to get a rebound. Maybe it falls to your teammate.
Ball play. I think that's Perez. And it is. Yeah, I believe Zahadic is in now for BIH Grand Rapids, number 15, as well as Leister Basel Dua. It looks like Alvarado's going to step off now, and Connor Kelly will get in. Shit, that's the easiest name of the day, right?
Connor Kelly checking in here for Inter Detroit. Looks like we're going to a couple other substitutions as well.
That's Jermaine Padron will step on now as well. Looks like they're going to just restart this. I guess he's not quite ready yet.
Corner kick coming here for Inter Detroit.
It's their second one of the match.
That is correct.
So corner kick coming up here is, see a bunch of Inter Detroit players enter the box. Ball put into the mix. Aguilar goes up as this ball kind of bounced right back. Looking for Perez and Trask. Oh, good move to get by Semic. Bros. So good players. Ball goes out wide to Connor Kelly. His first touch here of the match. Bros. That's miscommunication.
We have a sub here is Germain Padron. Herman Padron checking in for BIH Grand Rapids.
And that's Hazamush will step off.
And number 2, Nick Yono checking in for Inter Detroit.
Hazamush will step off. And it looks like you said number 2, Nick Yono.
Nick Yono checking in here.
As
Paul Scazales.
Yep.
We'll check sub off here for Inter Detroit.
Snyder, and that's going to last touch off Connor Kelly. And out for a throw-in. Connor Kinky Kelly is what Jorge Medina says. Medina. I'm not even going to ask why.
I'm not say. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to know the reason to that nickname.
Semic. He's got John Stout wide open on that far side. Still wide open. And there he plays the ball. Stout collects it back to Semic and just doesn't get a touch on it. Just not a clear touch. That was a missed opportunity. Now Postlewaite. Oh, back to Semic. Out comes Reski. Semic to Stout. Stout and then cleared out by Gavin Bros. Nick Yono, number 2.
Yep.
Staten, as Rob would say. Obvious. Ball comes in for Velasquez. Believe that was Prajapati that played that and just cleared out. Can't take a moment off, Steve.
Absolutely not.
Aguilar brings us down. Bros right there. It's got Connor Kinky Kelly running up the right side. Is Aguilar inside touch, and then ball played back. Strasciato.
Foul's going to be called here on Aguilar as he tried to get his shot off, and I think upon his follow through, he went through the defender and made some
took
contact.
Down Zahedic.
Yeah, and we'll have a free kick here coming out as we're going to have 2 more subs.
Hey, do you know what the final score of the girls' soccer game was?
I'll get that for you.
Oh,
number 10, Anis Sahonovic, checking in for BIH Grand Rapids, and for Inter Detroit, number 36, not on our roster.
Ooh.
Unidentified player, we're back.
It's only been a few minutes. Let's see here. Do I have number 36 on here? Maybe I'm missing it. Nope, no number 36.
Of course
but
not.
hey, Jorge Medina's there, man. He's on. He's the director, so he's a sporting director. He's on it. See what he says. He's been giving us the names already, so it's broken up there by Nick Yono, and Prajapati comes in, plays on the ground. Holy crap. That is a big deal. Yeah. I think you called it, didn't you?
I did. I thought they would upset him. I thought maybe I said 1-goal game. I said 1-0, but we do have a final from our Division II girls high school final. As
Gavin
Grand Rapids,
Bros.
Forest Hill Central.
Bros goes down by, no foul being called. Now it's calling the foul the other way.
They're going to call Bros for handling there as he wanted a foul. He swiped the ball thinking he was going to get the foul and then getting called for the handling. But we do have a final. Forest Hill Central 2, Bloomfield Hills Marion 1. And Forest Hills takes down the Division II title.
My goodness, 5 consecutive years Marion there in the state finals, and this year finishing in second place. As the ball goes back to Stracciato.
You just letting me know I've got 4 interviews to do?
No, I just let you know that was the 4 interviews. We're batting 100.
Oh. Okay. Oh, yes, you're right. Yes, all right. Now, I am now putting the pieces together.
Connor Kelly on this right flank. Postlewaite there defend now by the end line, looking to put it in and out for a corner.
That's why I said, John, we just wait till the game's over.
I think you're right.
We just interviewed champions.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Because
holy crap,
we don't have the best of streak going with interviews of teams still yet to play. Either that or we have to guarantee we interview both coaches before a game. This way we can't be wrong.
That's right. We can't. I don't know if we want to. We just put that out into the spectrum. I was trying. It's just ball's played in and headed out there by Semic.
It's out there in the universe now.
Ball comes back in, a header, and that's Mr. 100 getting the first goal here of the night for Inter Detroit in the 65th minute.
Great ball in from Gabe Bylon here on the near side, clips it in front, finds the head of Justin Griffith, makes no mistake about it as he buries the header into the back of the net. And the first goal of the night comes from Mr. 100 himself, Justin Griffith. As Caleb Postlewaite checks into the game for BIH Grand Rapids, replacing number 6, Rojan Prajapati.
I just cannot. Oh, boy. Mr. 100 getting in it now, and that's –
he's keeping it 100.
That he is. The yellow card. I think this is the first one of the match here for BIH, and that was on number 16, Basel Dua. '66th minute. So overall, 3rd yellow card of the game. But yeah, we got to stop interviewing people before games. I feel bad, man. I feel bad. We've interviewed people, and it's just like, what the heck? Ball played in. That's going to be too much on that one. That was intended for number 2, Nick Yono, and just too much pace.
A couple more subs coming in here for Inter Detroit. Number 31, Giovanni Cavelli. Also number 44, Edwin Gomez. Checking into the game here for Inter Detroit. Thought we were going to have a sub here. Maybe their effort. Oh, yeah, players just making their way over.
Just going through, and I think Gabe. Nope.
Edwin Gomez replacing number 11, Edwin Rodriguez, and then number 31, Giovanni Cavelli. He will take off. It's coming off here. Number, is it Bylon 18?
I think it is. No, yep, 18, Bylon. So the assist was to Gabe Bylon on that goal.
Beautifully played ball there from Bylon on that assist.
Big Goal of the Week nominee.
It was, a lovely played ball and an even better header.
Hey, when you got 100 on your back, what do you?
From Justin Griffith, he squared it up, made good contact, and headed it right into the back of the net with pace. And
that's a dangerous ball back by Perez Olejniczki. Well, I mean, 100% he wins, right?
100.
Kelly, now Velasquez back here to.
Do you know if using the 3-digit number is even allowed at the professional level?
No, I don't think so.
Well, because it can't fit on the sub board.
Well, you're right. Poor Pete Laurier again. Can't use his board. Is now. Here comes Inter Detroit. It's 31. It's Cavelli.
Had all the room in the world there. Shocked he didn't take it himself. He decided to make a pass when he had all the room in the world.
Semic. Semic gets by Mr. 100, and now getting down by the end line. Puts it inside the box, and ahead right there, back of the net. For number 4, Caleb Postlewaite, the substitute, notches us one apiece in the 68th minute.
A couple of headers here have us 2 goals on the board in the second half as a ball deep in to Semic, and he wastes no time to flick the ball back across. He finds his teammate, Caleb Postlewaite, who makes no mistake about it. He puts the header into the lower left corner, knots this game up at 1 apiece. And we got a game on here, John. 2 header goals in a matter of minutes, and talk about getting back into some exciting action.
For sure, as now Inter Detroit will kick this one off all level. Goals in the 65th and 68th minute. Things are getting a little more exciting out here in West Michigan.
Yeah, we talked about in the first half, both teams had some chances. Inter Detroit missed 2 what we thought would have been surefire goals, the penalty kick and the wide open net. But they come out and strike first here in the second half, but then concede here to BIH Grand Rapids. Knotted up at 1, and we're going to be looking for the 3rd goal here. 4th corner of the game coming here for Inter Detroit. If we do an all-star team, Jorge, you might make the all-star team for all-star commenters on our feed.
For sure. As this ball comes in,
him and
Zahadic will head that out. Now, Gavin Prose will take a one-time half volley just wide, but they're going to call that a deflection. We'll
Jorge
call
and Grant Harrison,
yes, he's on the sauces. This is on soccer. I think that I would love to. I don't know how we would do that. We can call any game.
I think he's just saying put together an all-star team at the like to name an all-star team.
Okay, fair enough. As they headed, out comes Strasiato to punch that, and then Stout will clear it up the field. Caleb Postlewaite right there for BIH, and
maybe we'll do a
down
UPSL.
Down goes Gomez.
We'll do a UPSL team of the season.
We could do that.
I think we could do that. Maybe towards the end of the season, we could. Well,
UPSL's already over, so we'd have to.
During the playoffs, so is what I'm saying is we could use it, integrate it into one of the next broadcasts about the team of the season.
Well, we're trying to get the UPSL championship moved next week to out to where the Rebels will play. I think Rebels or Nationals women's soccer team will play next Saturday, so we could do both games back to back. But we'll know more about that here later this week. Is Postlewaite, who just scored a moment ago, only been on the field for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, instant impact. Steps onto the field, makes an impact right away, puts himself in position, gets the header, scores the goal, ties this thing up. Giving his manager more reasons to give him some more minutes.
Yeah, for sure. We're now in the 71st minute with just about 19 minutes to go in this one as 1-1 game. Ball thrown into Postlewaite. And now I'm going to call a throw in there for Inter Detroit. So we can name an all-star team. Goalkeeper, looking at who the best goalkeeper. I'll tell you right now, when we saw City United's goalkeeper Salih, man, he played phenomenal against the Nationals. He was having save after save after save. We've seen good goalkeeping. We've seen what's his name, Evan Mazurk, out at I think who plays Cedars. He was here last week, but he also plays on their on Cedars UPSL team. So there's lots of players that we could definitely figure out.
Instead of an all Madden team, can we do an all Turner team?
We could, dude. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Was that like the backup team, the best team?
That was the best team for a reason. Pun intended.
Wide here to Perez. That was Postlewaite. Just let that one kind of go and out for a throw-in. But nonetheless, we appreciate you joining us here on this Saturday evening. 6:41. Beautiful evening. You're watching this game. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. That way you're notified every time we go live. That's a dangerous ball. I just see it going to the net. It just never feels good as Postlewaite will now collect this. Oh, a good ball into Semic. That was from Postlewaite. Mr. 100 is right there. I got to say the name every time now, man. It's butter. Smooth like butter is now Perez back to Griffith. And then cleared out. Smooth like butter. Pasta weight. Zahedic, Gavin Brose comes in and Duo plays this right into the middle. Oh my goodness gracious. Gotta be better back there. That's what happens when you play. You take out some of your cohesive starting unit in the back. Typically you don't see a lot of center backs and right backs taken out in games. You want to keep your defensive unit kind of intact.
Yeah,
but,
it's a communication issue
yeah.
there. The ball was played across. Brose wasn't giving much pressure. Ball gets played across the middle. And I'm not sure where the communication fell between either the outside back or the goalkeeper, but got to be better there.
Gavin Brose puts us right over the top. It's a wide open shot there, and
Cavelli made a good run. Inside run as his teammate Perez, I think, was definitely offsides, but Cavelli made a good inside run to keep himself onside. Just let the ball get across him a little bit and go too far wide, and wasn't able to get a good shot in on target.
Meanwhile, here on this other side, it was Jermaine Padron. That was ball put over the top from Stout. Griffith. Perez. Kelly. Good move. Cut back from Kelly now looking for Perez. A little bit too much pace on this one. He's going to be able to track it down. He does, but just not enough to keep it on the pitch.
Looks like we're going to have a sub here again, both sides. Looks like number 19, Andrew Smutek, will be checking in for Inter Detroit. At the next chance we get, as well as number 14, Gilson Reyes for BIH Grand Rapids.
That's going to hit off the hand of Brose, I believe. That was Zahedic playing center back for BIH Grand Rapids. Now we're in the 76th minute. Don't forget, tomorrow night we go live once again at 5:30 p.m. Father's Day edition of Michigan Soccer Network. We're out at the Michigan Jaguars as they host the Nationals in UWS 1 action. Going live tomorrow night at 5:15 Eastern. I'm going solo tomorrow night. As Mr. 100 takes down Semic.
It was a hard foul, but I think Simic made the most of it. Griffith's going to pick up a yellow card here, and I think that's strictly based off the reaction of the attacker by the way he went down. I mean, it was a foul, no question about it, but he definitely embellished the contact a little bit to make it definitely seem a little bit worse than it probably was.
This is as Jonathan Stout will step off. Sad to see a fellow Jonathan off the field. It looks like Perez is going to step off too, right?
Gilson Reyes replacing Stout,
Perez.
and then Perez coming off as Andrew Smutek takes his spot.
So Postlewaite will put this one back in. Zahedic was right there. That was the intended target. And now all the way back. Alistair Basil Dua. Now Velasquez collects this. He was looking here for Semic on the near side and just too much. Ooh, Semic. Smuddick immediately getting into here and now gets his first. He's on for less than 30 seconds, gets a yellow card possibly. Oh, Smuddick is going to get a yellow card. Talk about making an entrance.
Yeah, some good battling over here on the sideline with Semic. A bigger player having to use his size disadvantage and to try to grab onto the attacker and not let him get past. Picks up the yellow there for the tactical foul.
So Honich will take this free kick. Restart for BIH Grand Rapids. If you're just joining us, it's a 1-1 game. Goal coming in the 65th minute for Detroit, and in the 68th minute for BIH Grand Rapids, both coming off the head of the respective scorers. This is restart. Comes in from Zahonic. Goes long header. Diving save by Reski. What a beautiful save, diving to his right.
It's a beautiful ball played in. Good header on frame, but Reski gets across, pushes it out for the corner.
This ball comes in, and it's another opportunity. That's once again Jermaine Padron. Padron's the one that got the head on that one. That forced Reski to his right to make a fingertip save, keep this score level here in the 79th minute.
Biggest save of the game probably so far for Inter Detroit, as Reski's asked to come up big and make a big save off the head. Gets down to his right, pushes it past the post. It's a great fingertip save there from Reski.
Padron, he was looking there for Semic and goes just out. Well, hey, with just 11 minutes to go, this game is starting to heat up. Got 2 goals, 5 yellow cards, and a partridge in a pear tree. A lot going on here all of a sudden. I mean, a lot of things going on here. We had 3 yellow cards and 2 goals here in this second half. This ball's played up over the top. He looked like he might have been off, but Stracciotto didn't really get a good clearance on that one. Zahonic. Semic. Velasquez. Not going to lie, that ball was, I mean, I know what he was trying to do, but put it behind Postlewaite. So number 14. That's
actually
actually
does better if he leads Postlewaite into that
raise.
space and behind. Instead, he tries to curl the ball into the backside of him and misplays it and then goes out and it's a turnover. But if he tries to play that ball into space in front of him, he's got 30, 40 yards of space to miss. Where he plays it behind him and you only have 2 or 3 yards to miss.
Ooh.
No foul called there.
Dua goes through Cavelli and. No foul, says the referee. Is Zahadic back to Stracciotto. Padron. Reyes looking for Postlewaite. A well-placed ball. And Postlewaite just takes down Justin Harris, and that's a foul. You know what they should do is, if you're going to ask me about what could make the leagues better, I think the Midwest Premier League should bring back the MLS penalty shootouts from back in the day. That's what they should do. Right? No, Steve? Forced breakaways. Come on now.
Please don't do that.
Please don't.
It was entertaining.
It was.
But it should never be brought back. It's just not part of the game.
I know. I think it'd be great.
It would be exciting as can be.
It would be great.
I will say that. I
think maybe blindfold the shooter.
Give him a bat, make him spin around and get dizzy before they shoot
yes,
too.
Yes. Dua finds Postlewaite, but broken up. Harris out to Smuddick. Peyton Trask places back to Harris as they switch the point of attack.
Lovely ball from Gomez.
Yeah, it is. Smuddick, just can't get a good clean touch on that. And just give it away to Cavelli. A shot low and goes in. Postlewaite makes an error, gives the ball right there. Wow, it was Giovanni Cavelli, and that gives Inter Detroit the lead 2-1 here in the 83rd minute.
Starts off with a great ball in up top. And Inter Detroit makes no mistake about it as Cavelli, takes advantage of the ball given away, takes his touch in on goal, buries it in the bottom right corner, and restores the 1-goal lead here for Inter Detroit.
That they do is with just about 7 minutes to go plus stoppage time. BIH was knocking on the doorstep. I mean, they had that phenomenal opportunity off the head of Jermaine Padron just a few minutes ago that Reski, forced to make a fantastic save. And then to have that, mistimed error by Postlewaite and, to maybe possibly cost you this match. You don't want that. It now looks like as though might have an injured player here.
I think player might be bleeding or cut as he has no idea. The player has no idea, but the referee immediately stopped play and whistled the trainer out to come seek attention.
Seems as though maybe he's got a...
Or maybe the referee was just concerned of a head injury. I'm not sure, as the player seems to be okay.
It's Peyton Trask.
Hope that he's all right. Looks like he made a motion that he might have been caught by an elbow or an off arm. But he does appear to be up and doing okay. So hopefully we'll see Peyton Trask back out there soon.
Ball played into Semic. Now Smuddick there to defend and out for a throw-in. Sahonic to Postlewaite. Palika back to Postlewaite. Ball put inside the box. Reski might have called for that, but Harris then clears it up. Now Caleb Postlewaite will collect this right down by the corner flag. Smuddick there to defend and plays it to, I assume, his brother, Sammy Postlewaite. They go in physical. Referee says nothing and then cleared out by Gavin Brose. That's a delay of game once again. I'm not sure why that's not a yellow card.
Well, I think in that situation there, Brose was making every effort to just clear the ball. Obviously, I think his intent was to clear it out, but the ball was still in play, so can't really penalize him there for just playing the ball out of bounds.
Yes, you can, Steve.
Well, you can, but the justification might be a little harder.
Out to Postlewaite. Ball put inside far post, and that goes over everybody, and out of touch for a goal kick.
Looks like Peyton Trask will come back onto the field. Good to see that he's okay.
He passed the concussion protocol test. Actually, I'm not sure. We didn't see if they did that or not. I'm assuming they did something.
Yeah, I saw the trainer checking him out down there, so I assume that he was put through any protocols that were deemed necessary.
Say Hedich. Velasquez to Bazadul. Sahonic. Now Trask collects the ball. First touch and he come back on the field from. Ball still on the pitch. Marty. To Connor Kinky Kelly. Oh, Gavin Brose wins that one as Postlewaite goes down. Brose plays it interior and up and over as Cavelli misses that one. It was a well-placed pass, but not a very good finish opportunity from Cavelli.
Yeah, good ball there from Brose to win the possession, drive down, find his teammate, pick out Cavelli at the top of the box for what should have been a real nice setup to put a shot on frame. But Cavelli doesn't make the best of contact and puts that shot up and over top.
Ball last touch off Kelly and out for a throw-in with just 2.5 minutes ago plus stoppage time as Kelly goes in, spikes up.
Oh, this could get ugly here. Semic is complaining, but to be fair, he put himself in the dangerous position, and Kelly really has every reason to be frustrated. There is he had what I thought was position and able to play the ball. Didn't really make it too dangerous, but Semic puts his head in there, almost putting his head in the dangerous position. Referee maybe saw it a little bit differently there, but we'll have a free kick here for BIH Grand Rapids here at midfield.
Postlewaite will put this back in for BIH. 89th minute. So cycle through as Velasquez now playing as a center back. And the ball up over the top for Zahedic. Zahedic just takes a crack at one. Ball put in and then blocked. That was Reyes. Also do is Mr. 100 will collect this. And now I believe that's Gavin Brose. A wide open ball.
Is that Marty?
It might be. Ball gets by, and that's going to go to a wide open net.
Marty Alajijan with a great finish. A great look from Gavin Brose as he finds Marty into open space as BIH Grand Rapids was pressing, try to get that equalizer. They had a high line. Gavin Brose picks out his teammate with plenty of space and open space in front of him, takes on the goalkeeper 1v1, dribbles right around him and buries it into the open net to extend the lead to 3-1 for Inter Detroit.
That he does is score now here in favor of Inter Detroit 3-1. That was assisted by Gavin Brose. Marty Elijah
called his names a few times. He's scored some big goals on this network, and no bigger one here than the one here today to give his team the advantage and extend that lead and secure those 3 points here for Inter Detroit.
That's for sure. As Postlewaite will put this one back in as we're in the 90th minute with just about 20 seconds to go, give or take, before we head into stoppage time.
Inter Detroit's here. We'll try to let every last second tick off the clock.
Who's 38?
Another unidentified player.
Fair enough. As Gavin Brose will step off, his day is done. We are officially in stoppage time. We don't know. We're given a signal, I don't think. My guess is at least 2 minutes. So Velasquez will find Semic.
Yeah, we had 3 goals, a couple of yellow cards, so I would imagine we'll have a minute or two.
Cavelli brings this down. Oh, good move from him. Now he'll come on and take on Plevic. Oh, good tackle. And now here comes Velasquez for BIH Grand Rapids. Semic plays it long into Reyes. Now to Semic. Ball put inside. Mr. 100 will now clear this up and out of danger. Sahonic. Postlewaite. Postlewaite. That's Reyes. Was looking there for Semic, and there's too much on that. It's a shame because, you look back to where BIH was at, and, you can pinpoint where, right? They had just, Jermaine Padron had just made that header. Reski makes a tremendous save, right, to keep that game level. And then a few moments later, Sammy Postlewaite, makes an error, plays the ball back to what he thought probably was a center back, give it away, to Giovanni Cavelli, and that's it. As this ball comes in for Semic, almost got a piece of that one, and is now Reski collects it, but you just look, Steve, and just say, let air out of the tires, so to speak, right? And now since then, it just, as you're pressing up and you're trying to get forward more, you're going to give up a goal late like they did.
And I think, we talked about, them getting into halftime, probably happy to be scoreless at the break, because they should have probably been down 1 or 2-0 in the first half. And it was those costly mistakes that led to those opportunities. And Detroit didn't capitalize on those in the first half. But we saw here in the second half a pair of headers go back and forth. Both teams get on the board, but a costly turnover in the back from BIH led to that goal from Detroit. And like you said, came off the heels of an opportunity that they had themselves. And the collective air was let out because they had opportunities and they let them go to waste. And then they gave opportunities to Inter Detroit, and Inter Detroit was just too clinical tonight. Capitalized on those turnovers, took advantage of the mistakes and the opportunities given. And there's a reason that Inter Detroit is atop the table. We talked about it from the get-go, John. They score a lot of goals. They have a lot of experienced players. They've put everything they have into their first team here in this MWPL. And so far, it's serving them right. They'll sit atop the table now with 15 points here, picking up another win. A good match, though. I thought, from big parts of the game, BIH Grand Rapids was good, competitive, created opportunities. Just wasn't good enough in those clinical moments to come away to find a way to get points here tonight.
Well, that is correct. That's the final score here, 3-1, as Inter Detroit able to score 3 goals to the 1 of BIH Grand Rapids, and that's where things will finish off. We're going to step aside here for a quick moment. We'll come back, recap this one. Busy day for us. Not as busy day for you watching there at home. But we do appreciate you watching and joining us here tonight. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back. You've been watching Midwest Premier Soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network. The Michigan Soccer Network covers all levels of soccer from youth, high school, college, and professional throughout the state of Michigan.
Blatch has a shot low, and he makes the goal. What a shot there, low, near post, under the arms of Best.
Our mission here at the Michigan Soccer Network is to bring your event to life. Full commentary, multi-camera options are available, and we are here to make the game of soccer in Michigan that much better. Good ball off his chest, down, save again by Heisch. What a
he still has it, top of the 18, shot coming, and it's a goal.
How they have it is a cross coming in. Hodgson gets a touch, he gets the first goal. He makes up for it from the first one in the first half, that offsides call, and there's the first goal in club history. To learn more, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com today.
Their first ball, their first uniform, their first number, their first teammate, their first goal, their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at KickstartToddlerSoccer.com.
Move by Wen. Cross the 6. Wide open net for Koch. Espinosa gets a head on it. Will that go in? And it does. Shot. And that goes off the post and in. Oh, look at this. Look at this. That's a might be a good pass for Monday.
People, that's the goal of the week.
Wow. Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75. Velasquez, shot, and that goes off the post and in. 6. Oh,
Good move by Wen. Puck to 6, wide open net for Koch, check, and that's goal number 2. Now wide to the Hodgson, just inside the 18. Left foot cross to Steinwasser, saved by Solly.
Welcome back here into Crestwood Middle School for one more final time on this Saturday evening as the final score, Inter Detroit 3, BIH Grand Rapids 1. The scoring as we saw it here tonight, first goal coming in the 65th minute off of Mr. 100, Justin Griffith, assisted by number 18, Dave Bailon. And that started off the scoring, and then in the 68th minute, Caleb Postlewaite steps on the pitch and scores a goal, assisted by Neiman Semic. And then from there is all Inter Detroit. Defensive error miscue by Sammy Postlewaite, giving the ball to Giovanni Cavelli, made the score 2-1 in the 83rd minute, and then they wrapped up scoring in the 89th minute with a goal from Marty Halajan, who was assisted by Gavin Brose, and that's where things finished in this one, Steve. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Well, I think it was just a case of team taking advantage of opportunities. I think Inter Detroit probably be a little upset that they didn't get some of those earlier opportunities in the game to extend the lead early. But they kept battling. Even after taking the lead, conceding a goal, they kept battling, found a way to get back in front, and earned the 3 points. And I think that's just a testament to what this Inter Detroit team is about and how they've been playing throughout the season. As we mentioned, both here in the MWPL and UPSL, they've been a very resilient side. And for them, speaking about putting their number one team in this league, they're showing it for a reason. And they've stepped up, stay on top of the table tonight, and earn 3 points. Come out here to Grand Rapids, and for Grand Rapids, it's back to the drawing board and try to find a way to keep getting better. But a lot of exciting stuff tonight, some good goals, good exciting match, and a busy day of soccer finally comes to an end, John.
That it did. Is now we are going to say adios and get out of here in just a moment. Want to thank all of our broadcast partners, our production team, my daughter Brianna, my broadcast partner Steve Besk, to all the fathers out there tomorrow. Happy Father's Day, happy Father's Day weekend to all of the champions and the runner-ups at the Michigan High School Athletic Association Girls State Finals. The final score here from Crestwood Middle School in East Kentwood, Michigan. Inter Detroit 3, BIH Grand Rapids 1. Be back tomorrow night at 5:30 as the Jaguars take on the Nationals. My name's Jonathan Turner alongside my broadcast partner Steve Besk. To all of you, have a great evening, and we'll see you next time on Michigan Soccer Network. Zambelli, shot saved, and goes in! Zambelli with the first goal of the evening, coming here in the Steinwasser. Good little move from him. Steinwasser pokes it in for goal number 4. Good move by Wen. Puck to 6, wide open net for Koch, check, and with a shot. Oh my gosh, far post, it goes in. Right back in. Out to the goalkeeper, and it's going to find the goal. Oh, the shot was so in a diving save. Hodgson just inside the 18, left footed cross to Steinwasser, saved by Slough. Good move, shot, it goes in, back of the net. This one back in the mixer. Espinosa gets the head on it, will that go in? And it does! Oh, look at this. That might be a good